Well, I don't know if you're old enough. There's an old radio show used to call Fibber McGee and Molly, and it was radio. So this is how old I am. And there used to be a gag at the end of it, or somewhere in the show, that McGee would. That's the guy, and all the men were babbling idiots in these old comedy shows. And he would open up the door to the closet, like the hall closet, and everything, including the kitchen sink, would fall down. And they had these sound effects that sounded like an avalanche coming out of the closet. Well, this is what the internet is, right? You go to Google and you put in Grant or something, and you get an avalanche of stuff that comes at you, and you'll never get out alive, right? Like an avalanche. But all technology, is like that. The cars, okay? I mean, you get killed driving those things, right? But they're important. We get somewhere without getting in an airplane. So Google and internet is like that too. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but how do you use the technology, so you get what you want and not all the other stuff that's going to come out of McGee's closet. And one way of doing that is use the technology against it. The robots, man, the robots will help you a lot. And it's not Google, because Google's sending money, selling advertising. So they want you to see a lot of websites that are going to pay for ads. Okay, to try to get you to spend money. But you don't want those. You want the free money. Okay, I think the best way to do that, particularly now, because things are changing so quickly, sources of money are new ones coming up every day, every hour. And so by the time it gets in the internet and indexed or whatever, so you see it, first of all, you'll never find it because it'll be on page 87, which you'll never get to. So the best way is to set up Google Alerts. Now, you've heard me talk about these things before. And what you do is put google.com/alerts. That's plural with an S. And there's a whole bunch of words that you could put on there. I mean, I use things like business financial assistance, COVID assistance, COVID grant, COVID relief, rent grants, anything that you're sort of interested in. If you're looking for scholarships or education. And what you get when you do a COVID relief, a Google relief, you get something like if you put in happy, I just want to get happy news. Okay, then you create an elite, and the options are: do you want only English, and maybe like USA? Probably, I think that's way down at the end. You put USA, or you see, or the region. No, that's where the USA. So you put region, because otherwise you get the stuff in English and be Great Britain and other places. The Australia, you don't want that. How many? Only the best result. You want all the results, right? I don't know what best is. I don't know what they do, and that's where it's going to go to. Now, how often do you want to see that? Well, I do it every day, at most once a day, at most once a week, or as it happens. I could be, sending you little beeps all the time in your email. So this will come in your email. Okay. And when you set it up, and what you'll do, at least what I do, and maybe there's a better way to do this, you tell me, but whatever problem, if you're looking for a grant, you put in that. You're looking for a loan, you do one for grants, you do one for loans, you put one for assistance, you put one for relief. See, you learn what the topics are that they're selling, because the government doesn't say, oh, this is going to be a grant. No, they have all kind of names for that. So you want government assistance maybe, and try that, and things like that. So it's really because they're robots, okay? They don't know that a grant could also mean assistance, or assistance also mean a grant. They don't know that. So you have to play how the robots think, and that's why the more you set up is the better. And so every day you will get a listing, and like here's the ones that I have on. Here's one: business assistance. Now comes into mind. And there'll be a listing here of all the links. Ooh, West Sacramento announces a new small business grant. Wow, I wonder, I live near there. I want to know about that. See, and you could put in a state also. Now, there's good and bad of the more, if you put like business financial assistance, California. Okay. Now the problem is you're going to be only find the ones for California. You won't find the national ones. Okay. It doesn't matter where you live. So there's good and bad. The more words you put in, the bad it is. So if you put in national and you get 50 million things, well, you're not going to have time to do that. So maybe better to put in the state name. So you say Business Financial Assistance California. So you only get the California ones, and see what that is. Now, if you only get two, well, then that is not working too well. So maybe you'll find other words. So you put in the national one with nothing, and if you get 500 every day or something like that, look through those that you see and see what kind of word is coming up that may qualify this a little better, and zero it down. So it's a give and take. It's a science, because you're dealing with a robot. It's not a human. A human would sort of understand what you mean by stuff. The robots don't. They're getting close, though. They're getting close. So watch it. So that's it. Set up as many of these you can. That's a way to keep up. So that way, see, another reason why you want to do this is because a lot of, particularly for the new money that's available in all these programs, there's new local ones every day. There's going to be new federal ones. And as soon as the election is over, there'll be more and more of these coming all the time. So you always want to know about this stuff because it's going to be happening all the time. Things are going to be popping, and the government has a lot of money because they crank it out down the basement there. And if they want to solve problems, they throw money at problems, right? And you want to get there with your bushel, or at least a catcher's mitt, and start getting this stuff. And this is, I think, one of the great ways to use the tech. Now, there's more sophisticated search tools like this that charge you like $100 a month or something like this. I find this pretty good, particularly it's for government stuff. That one that does searches wants to, look at all the Instagram things and things like that. But what you're looking for are from large organizations or government agencies that will put it on the internet, and they'll send out an email, they'll send out a press release or a website change and things like that. So that's what picks it up. So that's one of the things. Besides contacting all the major offices that now are in that kind of business to help you, whether it's personal grants or business grants. I mean, there's like a half a dozen to a dozen offices, no matter where you live, and I can send you a list of those, or you could, find those, and that finds you the current ones. And then the new ones is doing the alerts. Then you'll find out about things before the office knows about them, and you could be first in line, because a lot of this money is not, forever, and it's gone. So that's why I think this is becoming a very important tool that you should be using if you're looking for help, financial assistance, or any kind of money to do things you really want to do in life, or things you have to do and get out of a jam.